You rise again. Fire in your veins where the ashes bend. Every shattered story turns to glory in your skin. From ground zero.
Yeah.
So we just broke a record. What is that record again, Amir?
So the record is held by We Are Hantu. They did about 5 hours and almost 6 hours of podcast. And today we actually crossed 7 hours.
Ooh.
6 hours of podcast.
Cheers.
Celebrate, cheers.
Yes.
And thanks to everyone who's still tuning in and watching. Thank you for staying tuned with us. Wow, what a long day.
Yes, long day. Quite fulfilling. I've never done any record breaking in my entire life.
You mean anything crazy and mad like this?
Yeah, I think we're gonna do more mad things.
Oh wow. Actually, how did all this started? Now I think back. I think we were drinking kopi one day, right?
Yeah.
Then you mentioned about this podcast marathon. The funny thing is, I never say, it is crazy siao man.
Yeah.
And my question was, when?
Yeah.
Just busy to at my
to do
calendar.
it?
When?
Yeah.
Yeah, who? Who should we invite?
Yeah.
But I think there's this thing that resonated with all of us, which is, the road to entrepreneurship, or the road on entrepreneurship wasn't easy. All of us, those that shared, we faced some difficulties or hurdles at a point in our journey, and that we are glad to have each other. And I think we really wanted to start something so that we can help fellow entrepreneurs, so that it can be easier for them, and we want to urge them on. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So how's the experience running a very long podcast marathon?
Yeah, tired.
Definitely. Hey, you're all younger than me, okay?
Yeah, but I love it.
Yes,
Because it's
Every
fun.
second of it.
It's fun.
It's
Yeah.
not just fun, but I think is the really the reason why we want to do this, because we really want to share with the entrepreneurs out there that they are not alone. It's not always so pretty and sexy, but there are so many things that is underneath all these things. That's why we say that it's ground zero stories. We want to encourage them. Don't give up. Yeah.
And I'm so happy with the lineup that we have today. We have Candy, our National Director of BNI. We have Mr. Chiang, the founder of Butterfly Park. I get to sit here, all his amazing stories, and and also Uncle Rinko. And lastly, Dr. Patrick, who shared with us so many inspiring stories. Like, I learned so much from everybody. So I think our episode 1, the lineup was really, really fantastic. I think everything just worked out well from the day we conceived this idea, right? We conceptualized it, and we executed it today. And one of the reasons that this thing happened, right, is I realized since I become an entrepreneur is the just do it, just whack. In the past, we were all in plan, analyze until paralyzed, right?
Yeah.
But entrepreneurs is like, okay, come, just do, just execute, just at most fail. What can happen, right? Just fail, lor. Just get up, lor.
Like we share, I think entrepreneurs, we all share a certain few traits. One, of course, I always say is the itchy backside.
Itchy backside.
Yeah. We can't sit still, we want to do something. Then the other one is, we are the divergent in our classroom or in our small group of circles of friends. We always are the more risk-taking, jumping into action and stuff like that. I think these are the common traits that the speakers or the guests that we have today all share in common. And I'm not surprised that the people that share today, there are a few things that resonated. One is business is not just about money, it's also about people. We hear that quite a bit. There's love, right? And there's so many things that is in common. That is like we are alone. The family support is so important, and just feels that so it's not like just me. We are the same, and we get together in this room or this community. That's like I don't know the rest of you. Do you feel this way?
Yep. I think I resonate well with Yang, because it's like finally you feel like you get so connected with each other today, and most importantly, you got to learn. Because sometimes when you go for classes, you go for training, you go for those kind of training courses, yeah, they are just saying it from the book or the thing, the own material they have. But here is very spontaneous. And spontaneous is like we don't know where this thing is heading, but it's moving. It's moving somewhere, and it's getting better and better every time we do it. I love it. How about you?
When we were interviewing Candy, then someone said, "Why do I stay so quiet and look a bit disconnected?" And I said, on the contrary, I was so connected that I feel like I was holding the space for Candy. I gave her the body language that I'm really tuning in, leaning in, and also because I see myself in it, in whatever that she shared, her struggles, the support from the family that she yearned. She's doing it because of her daughter, why she chose the entrepreneurship path, and eventually why she still go back to become the national director, because she want to serve. At any point in time, you never hear her saying that I do this because of fame, because I get paid more, but everything coming from the angle that I just want to serve because I get a lot and I want to contribute back. And this is precisely the reason why I founded the company and doing what I do today. So I felt so connected with her. And her journey also gave me a lot of courage to continue the path, knowing that all will be well, everything will be fine. And while she was speaking, I felt like, wow, it still feels so surreal that I'm sitting in this room. Just 2 years ago, if you said that, Adeline, one day you'll be sitting across a national director, you'll be interviewing her, I would say, you are mad. Because I'm very happy with the known hell. She said today, the known hell and the unknown heaven, right? And that really hit me so hard, because today a lot of people, they are very puzzled with my decision. I could have happily just take CPF, right? And just happily retire, right? Why I go and choose this uncharted path? And the thing is, entrepreneur, you cannot share too much with your friends and families about your struggles. Because the moment you open your mouth and say something, they say, 你自找的, you ask for it. Correct? You
Correct.
ask for it. So you can't say much. And you also cannot talk too much about your wins. Because really in this world, not many people celebrate your wins. Yes, yeah. I mean, there's a story for another day, but that's a reality that I learned when I become a entrepreneur. That is a very, very lonely journey. Cannot tell people your hardship, cannot share your achievements too much. And yeah, everything is on your own. So yeah, so today, guest, I'm just really think that today everything, the lineup was perfect. Everything was well, thanks to the amazing production team from the Golden Nugget. So yeah, that's my takeaway today. What about you, Amel?
First of all, I think we actually may not realize this. Just today, we actually managed to gain 350 years worth of entrepreneurial experience.
Wow.
Of course, I'm saying like some of them are,
Okay, yes. Wow.
But ultimately, 350 years of entrepreneurial experience. Usually, when we go for an event, maybe we have one keynote speaker. Maybe they have like 30, 40 years of experience. But today, we condense 350 years into this
Powerful.
one day. Yeah. So yeah, I really learned a lot also, and I think like every single guest really share very valuable tips for anyone who really want to start from zero lah.
I just like to thunder what Adeline just shared. We go back to the home and family, but sometimes on the journey of entrepreneurship, not every family member can understand or resonate, and because especially in Asian culture, we keep problems to ourselves. We only share joy, but we don't share problems. We always want to be that happy person in front of others, especially family. We don't want them to worry. Then this is on one hand. And on the other hand, you want to share joy, then you ask yourself, or I look back, you know, if you share joy with them, are they really happy for you? Especially not your immediate family, right? So there's this thing that say, you know, your family or your relatives wants you to be good, but not better than them.
I get it.
Yeah, yeah, true. It's always like when you mention your wins, it's not always something they like to hear also, because maybe they could be jealous. Yeah, because sometimes, what you mentioned, we cannot over celebrate.
Yeah.
We have to celebrate just enough to share, but not enough to really be like
Don't look like you're boasting.
yeah, boasting. Yeah, so that is a very narrow line. You just need to do enough, but not too much.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. It's true. In the first place, right? I want to know, like, perhaps I think our listeners also want to know, what is the main vision for Divergent Entrepreneur Academy and why Ground Zero Stories?
This is so interesting. I still remember one night, I don't know whether Ronald remember or not. One night, as always, I was about to go to bed, but my mind is always churning and churning, right? And then I was trying to think of ways to reach out to more trainings. So I decided to text my business mentor, Mr. Ronald So. And I was planning that after I type, I'm going to go to bed. It was 11:30. Go and check your message. I didn't lie, all right? I said, Ronald, do you think it's a good idea to incorporate speaking skills, communication into entrepreneur training? This idea just came out of the blue because I realized that people were not signed up for public speaking training. But if I brand it a level higher, entrepreneurship, and this is just part of the training, and at that time, I have in mind to get in different trainers to train networking, to train podcasts, train different aspects of financial literacy. And I texted him. He immediately replied. He said, wow, that was what he has been thinking to do. And he said that dream, do you remember what you said? Tell like you were humoring me, is it?
But you act on it.
Yeah, he said
Like, just do it.
he said he had this dream for many, many years. It has lie dormant because he hasn't found the right partner. So do you know that night we texted until 1 over a.m. just on the idea. And on that very night, everything came out, what we have to train, what are the core classes, everything. And it got me so excited. And the next day, Divergent was born. Logo was born, company was incorporated a week later. Things just moved super fast. And guess what? We also decided on our youthpreneur training workshops. And back then was like just a couple of months before that. And we said that we want to do it during school holiday on early December. And the next thing is I went to book the venue. Can you imagine? This is how we do things, I booked the venue and paid. At that time, we have nothing. We don't know where to find the children.
Yeah.
No social marketing, no socials. Everything is on the fly.
Shoot and aim.
Yes. To be honest, I come from public servant background. This will never happen. You know the way we plan things, right?
Yep.
So
Coming from the Navy, it's like
Yes.
we plan 200%. Yeah. You have plan A, then we have the plan B, then we have the wet weather program, then we have the B -1, -2, -3. Yeah. So that kind of contingency and stuff like that. Yeah. So totally
You understand,
can
right?
relate, yes.
And never in my mind that I thought that this is not going to happen or Ronald will walk away. This is just that kind of trust that we have. Like he know I will execute these. So when we divide and conquer, we don't follow up. We just trust each other completely. And ta-da! 2 amazing workshops happened back in December. And that also give us a lot of courage and also affirmation that this is exactly what the market need. And therefore, after that, when we sit down together, we say, hey, we need to do something to reach out to more audiences, right? And that's where the idea of podcast marathon was conceived, right? So this is the backdrop story. Maybe we will have to tell this story again and again. Yes.
Yeah, but I think like you shared that, and this happened, but in day to day, whereby business owners out there, that are not connected, they see each other as competitors. They don't share resources, they don't share their trade secrets, and they don't share their resources. So while we say that this happened, but out there it is this kind of a big fish eat small fish, and we keep our trade secrets close to ourselves. But it's only when you network and you know each other for a while, you understand their values and what is their calling. And I think it really brings us together, and Adeline and Ronald first started it, and they had they invited me subsequently, right? But Ronald and I, we are neighbors, and we had these small talks in our travel or commune to our event. Yeah, then we have all these small talks, and I remember all these talks whereby we spoke about entrepreneurship, because he's a seasoned businessman, 32 years, turning 33 years of experience, and we shared entrepreneurship. What is entrepreneurship? Entrepreneurship isn't really just about doing business, like what Dr. Patrick Liu shared. It's not just about doing business. It is in his ways. He said that it's a way of life. And I say that it is a mindset or a mentality. How do we use our resources, limited resources, to overcome life situations in life? Not confining the boundaries to only doing business, because like I say, the family is the first business, and if you don't, everyone has a family. If not, you don't want like family. Then you say your own life is your primary business. Yeah, and everyone has a life. So how do you take charge and lead a good life? Yeah.
I'm actually curious, because like for me, I'm a new business owner, and I realized that especially when I mingle with more seasoned business owners, I realized that okay, this is how we are going to do it. Set a date and then let's do it. Is this a norm, or is this something that only the doers will do and the planners will be the ones left behind? Because while I have seen other business owners who plan, but I also see quite a number of seasoned business owners who will just say, okay, this is the date, let's do it. Like, what are the take that you guys have on this?
So I like what we shared, just now. There are business owners that are not entrepreneurs.
Okay.
Entrepreneurs is a very distinct group of people. They see a opportunity, or there's a certain event in life. They gather the resources to make sure that we get through it. So entrepreneurs are like people who start business, who take charge of situations that they are in. But even for business owners, you could have inherited a business. You didn't start it. You could have started at a different stage in the business, right? Then I would just say that those are business owners or business inheritors, right? They might not really have the kind of experience or that kind of skill set to be in that position. Yeah, I mean that's my take. How about?
Okay, maybe let me just share a bit more on entrepreneurship, how I define it. Yeah, so for me, entrepreneurship is a person that has the ability to observe day-to-day life, looking at simple things and looking at opportunity and looking at gaps. Means gaps whereby there's a small little thing there whereby I can add in and the value is enhanced. Yeah, looking at gaps. Then it's able to do problem solving. Meaning when you have the gap, so how do I solve that gap? Yeah, then after that, you also have that part whereby when you have a problem, you definitely need to have resources. So the person will always do a lot of networking as well. So he will gather and incubate a lot of resources over time in terms of funds, in terms of abilities, competencies, skills because everybody has a skill set. So when the opportunity arises, the entrepreneur is able to garner all the right people at the right place at the right time, because through the relation building over time, he knows who is suitable for which role and gather them together and solve the problem together. And in doing that, so to really get them on a journey whereby they can go together. Yeah, that's how I will term entrepreneurship that way.
Okay. What about Adeline? It's your second entrepreneurial stint. Like, do you think that this is the way that we should go forward? Decide and let's just do it. As how you actually
To be
started Divergent.
honest, if I didn't join this BNI, this networking group, I don't think this is the way that I will operate. I will still plan, right? Because we tend to be conservative with our resources, right? So we think that if we keep the reserve, we'll be able to last longer. And of course, I was already burnt once before, right? You all heard that I burned $250,000 in my last business venture. So when it comes this time, of course, I'm a little bit more cautious. However, I feel like I have the courage to do it because I trust the people there. So when they say do, I never doubt. But today, if someone else reach out to me and say want to collaborate with me, I don't think I will have the same kind of response or attitude. I will need to know the person first. But if it's anyone from my own chapter, I'm very assured. Yes. Yeah. That's the kind of confidence that I have with our chapter.
Okay. I mean, ultimately, I also think I made a good choice joining BNI Synergy. I must mention Synergy, right?
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, I think learning from so many business owners every single week, so many bosses every week, I think that really will always give us a wider perspective on how to do things rather than what we were taught in the corporate life, where this is how it's supposed to be structured and this is how it's supposed to be executed. Whereas, like, from my journey, I realized that this is how we're going to execute. This is the problem. Let's solve it, and then let's continue executing.
Last time in my line of work, I deal with a lot of SMEs. I have to tell you that the SMEs that I met then and the SMEs that I met in the business community is so different. The first thing that struck me is the humility. Everyone that I met is so humble. Like when I first met Ronald, I didn't do any background check. I know Si Liang also don't do any background check. Because all of them, they are just so nice, so humble. And when I realized their background, I was like, wow. You know, I have met SMEs who are probably not as successful as they are, but yeah, the word is arrogant, right? So I'm super in awe with all the amazing people in our chapter. Yes. Another fun fact is 2 days ago when we were preparing all this podcast stuff, a lot of admin work to do, right? I was back home and then still trying to doing up the work. And my staff said, Adeline, why are you so stressed? Then she said, if you drop the ball, nobody will scold you. Then I was like, I suddenly woke up my idea, Yeah, why do I still behave like I'm a public servant? Tomorrow my director is going to come after me and say that you didn't do task 1 to 0. Right? Because all this while, you realize that the way we do things is like complete trust. Nobody follow up with me and say, Adeline, have you done task 1 to 3? But, my mind is conditioned to accountability, right? And I was so stressed. Then when my staff said that, right, I tell you, there was a major shift. And I immediately felt the weight gone. Not because I don't have to do the task anymore, that I no longer feel the judgment, the anxiety, because when you are working, if you don't deliver, you will get hit very hard, like what Dr. Patrick was saying about the appraiser, then you don't get the promotion. So you're always walking on the thin thread. You are always very, very anxious. So yes, join us and become entrepreneurs, but join the right chapter.
Okay, so share. I think the listeners also want to know like what are the future plans for Divergent Entrepreneur Academy? Like who should sign up? How do they sign up and everything?
Okay, so for entrepreneurs, you may want to just be connected to us first. Let's have a friendly chat first. Yeah, then let's hear about your dream. Yeah, then we see how we can fit in and see how we can help you. Yeah, but upcoming events we're gonna have more podcasts. We have a lot more podcasts coming, and we want to hear from you. We want to hear from you where you're gonna be, and who should we bring on. Post the challenge to us who you want to bring on, and let's try to get him in on our podcast. Yeah.
I think the first time we were discussing about this, we were talking about doing one podcast in Dubai
Yes.
in a private jet.
Yeah, wow.
Yes.
Some say what simulator.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it's best that all you guys actually just comment down and tell us where we should actually do our next podcast marathon, and also who we should actually bring. Yeah.
Actually, the last time we also talked about going on a yacht, right?
Oh yes.
Yeah, going on a yacht as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So even any place that you want, even hopefully not the graveyard,
Why not?
then it'll be a
Choa Chu
very
Kang?
scary place to be in. Then it'll be really dark. Then okay, be
Uninvited
prepared.
guest.
We got a lot of extra guests, and maybe we lost track who the real guest is.
Yeah, but like the name suggests, Divergent, we think out of the box. In fact, we said there is no box, right? It's limitless. So anything can happen. Let's just be creative. Yes.
Correct.
Yeah. So I think you guys have shared for listeners who really want to be entrepreneurs, first thing is to contact us or you guys. Maybe can you guys share more? Like, is there gonna be the youth entrepreneur series? Like, is it gonna be monthly? Is it gonna be weekly? Is it gonna be like every quarter? How is the frequency and everything?
I think for the Youthpreneur, for now, we will still strategically run it during the school holidays. The next up and coming should be the March school holidays. We also have plans for aspiring entrepreneurs who are ready to become entrepreneurs. They probably have some ideas on product and services, but not sure where to start. They just need probably a business coach or to run the idea with some of us. We welcome that as well. We are still in talks on how can we put all this together. In fact, if you ask us about the plan, right, we are not just thinking about the plan. We are already planning the whole ecosystem. Is it okay to tell them about the playbook? Okay, no, next time. Yes, we do have some very, very big plans that will take longer time to materialize. But in the meantime, the Youthpreneur workshops, they are important because we believe in nurturing the mindset from young. Today, we heard that entrepreneurship is actually a way of life. It does not necessarily mean that you must run a business. It means your mindset, how you are being open-minded to trying, not afraid of risk-taking, not afraid of failing. So this is the kind of mindset that we want to inculcate in the youth today, hopefully that there will be lesser mental well-being issues in the world today. So these are the small things that we hope to achieve through the Youthpreneur workshop and aspiring workshops and all that. Yes, we do have plans, right?
Yes, right. I think we have also developed a lot of framework, to cater for different age group, for the youth and also for the matured adults and all the way to retirees. Yeah, so we have a very well covered account of for there is everything for everyone. Yeah, so you're going to try to help as much people as possible so that everybody can have their jump start. Sometimes even then, having a chat with us, all you need is just a nudge, and a nudge can actually let you have to take the leap of faith to start your entrepreneurship.
And for Ground Zero Stories, like, is there any big names that the listeners can actually expect in the next round? Is this something that can be shared?
I mean, leave it to your imagination.
Yes.
Like, who do you want us to have on our show? We will reach out to invite. Or do you think that you are someone that wants to appear on our show, nominate yourself.
Okay, and before we end off today's chit chat session, maybe each of us can go and perhaps pick one of the guests that we actually spoke to today and what we actually learned from them. What is that one key thing that you learned from them? For Adeline, I don't want you to mention Dr. Patrick about the entrepreneurship is the way of life. Huh?
Yeah. Why? We're going to keep that for yourself, is it?
Because you mentioned a few times already.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. There's so many nuggets of wisdom. It's really, really hard. But one thing that really hit me really hard across all the guests is how they say about don't go into business thinking of making money. I think that's the number one mistake or the mindset that most people have, that I do business because I want to make more money. In fact, I remember one of the youth at the youth entrepreneurship workshop, the little boy said this with me. I want to do business because I can make a lot of money. I was like, okay, why? Because I want to be able to buy things, right? Buy nice things. So as I chat with the boy more, it worries me that the mindset is do business means make money. And today, our wise guest has already shared that you don't go into business to make money. And passion is not going to sustain your business. And this is so true. So do something, of course, that you are passionate about, but think of how your business can help people, transform people's lives, rather than how you can make money from them. Because when you can prove yourself and the business model work, the money will just come. You don't have to worry. So yes, in short, that's something that affirm what I always believe, and I'm so happy to hear it from all the experienced guests.
For me, I think one word, love. Okay, it's love. Even like love on the inside, right, is passion. But when you love your customer, you want to create value. When you create real value for the client, and that's when they will also appreciate, and that's when they will reward you back as well. Yeah, they will really be more willing, because they will be more eager. It's like they're scared to lose you more, because so much value you have created for them, they're scared they will lose you. So when they're scared to lose you, they'll be more generous in paying you. Yeah, so that creating value is very, very important, because you only can create value only when you have love for yourself that exude out to love your client or love people, so that you want to create value to them. Yeah, so not thinking about making money, but focusing about internal love to outer love to the client and creating value for them. And when you create value, the money will come.
Okay, what about Liang?
Yeah, I think I thunder that. It's the truth is, people don't care about you. People don't care about you. They care about how you make them feel. So it is in the same thing is they don't care about what you sell, but what value does your service or your product provide for them. So like, Uncle Ringo says about fun, he sells fun. But does he really sells fun, or he genuinely is bringing fun to, he wants to bring fun to his daughter, and therefore to the daughters and sons of the many people out there. You can feel. You look at him. You look at his face.
Yeah, always smiley.
He's always so smiley.
Yeah.
You can feel it from deep inside him, right? People can feel that, and if you eat, live, and carry yourself with that kind of value and conviction, you say, of course, our business need to make money, or at least don't lose money, so that you can continue to be of relevance tomorrow, right? But if the whole purpose of your business is to make money, people can also feel that.
Yes.
And people don't like that. At least I don't like that. You like? Yeah.
No one's like.
So if we come from that point, I don't think we could go far. But if we provide value genuinely, then people would be attracted. People can feel it, and people don't mind or your product, and that's how we can go further and go together. Yeah.
I mean, Liang actually stole what I already had in mind. because when I see Uncle Ringo, like he keep on saying that he really enjoy when he see people happy, like people had an happy experience going through his fun fairs and everything. And to me, like because of that happiness, it kind of like radiate to him and then through him.
Yeah.
So I think that was amazing. And like while he understands his purpose clearly, which is to make people happy, he also know that there are good times, there are bad times. So when there are bad times, just bring down the price. People still happy. He's also happy. So that's the part where really got to me.
Agree.
Yeah. So Adeline, do you have any last words?
Yeah, really, when I look at Uncle Ringo, like you say, he really radiates genuinely that kind of happiness. And I rarely see it from someone of his age and seniority. And I'm just amazed how sharp-minded these people are. And you know what? After today, right, I'm not worried about being dementia already. I think if you continue to be entrepreneur, right, you will always stay young, you always stay sharp. I mean, if I just talk to them, don't look at their face, right, I would probably imagine that they are someone very young. They still talk very fast, their mind is still churning, yet the advice that they gave, right, is so relevant. So, yeah, so what's my last word? Be an entrepreneur, you will stay young, sharp forever.
So, what Adeline is saying is like, entrepreneurship is the cure for dementia. Adeline is saying is like, magic pill.
Anti-aging.
Yeah, anti-aging. Yeah, so you keep your mind sharp all the time. Yeah. So, like I think like even like all the people I know today, even like young, their mind never stops on. Yeah. We always have a thought and it's always behind, it's always processing the back end, always thinking of new ideas, always there. Yeah, although we may not be looking at that, but the back is really like a sub-process is delegating a process to actually work in the background mode and it's thinking that way. Yeah. So in the engineer, as entrepreneur, we are having a lot of brains, but it's like once it comes in, we assign it back to our agent behind, the agent is doing backward a lot of work. It's like when it's time, you will just come out, present out and we just do it. Yeah.
I think Ronald play with too much AI.
I think so. Well, become subconscious already.
No, and I think with the current technology advances and AI, you know, it just make the IBS, itchy backside syndrome, even more
even more-
uncontrollable.
Well, yeah, you got MBS already.
Because things move so fast, you know. Last time we need to think twice before we jump into things to generate idea and stuff like that. But now there is like AI aiding us, you know. Whatever we think, we just input the prompt and then you get many ideas and you know not helpful for the IBS, you know.
Yeah, sometimes to remind myself to stop and focus.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah. Even in our start, I remember with Adeline, like we are using so much AI to jumpstart a lot of things on the start there. So much AI is used. I think if AI wasn't there as a tool, I think maybe frankly we would have started. Yeah, but because AI is here and the tool is ready and it's matured, that's why we make it like wow, so many ideas and we know what we're gonna do next already.
Yes.
So a lot of thinking, a lot of things is quite effortless now. Yeah, so knowing how to use your tool, the entrepreneurship journey is so much easier now. Yeah,
At lower cost.
At lower cost,
Yes.
correct. And
Yeah.
you can tap on multiple brains. You can use multiple LLMs. Some more. You can cross check each other. You can let them check each other. Some more.
He's
So it's-
possessed by AI.
Yeah.
It's a great assistant, catalyst, and enabler. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think me and Ronald also have a number of chats about AI. So I understand what you mean by his when you say
Obsessed.
he's obsessed, because I'm also obsessed. And
Yeah.
if you really have itchy backside syndrome, really difficult.
Yeah.
Because with AI you can start anything just like that very fast.
Correct. I agree with you. Even now these days, even sometimes when you send AI do the thinking, right? So even that time you don't waste, you use another one more device to start checking again. So at one
Obsessed.
at one point I remember I was using actually 4 different devices, chatting with different LM and multitasking all different projects in my mind. Not on one project, it's multiple projects at the same time. Yeah, so the technology today is tremendous. Yeah, you can multitask, you can multi-processing, multiple AI all at the same time. Yeah, it's fantastic. If this were to be done 30 years ago, not possible. I think I still at the drawing board thinking, and thinking.
Should we start? How to start? How to do?
Yeah.
Because AI actually has given us that courage, because he given you some roadmap, how to do it, how to achieve it, and these days a lot of things can be done. A lot,
Yeah.
So I really urge everyone who want to be an entrepreneur, make sure
Talk to AI.
talk to AI more, learn how to use your AI,
Yes.
maximize things like logo, even logo like this, it's all created using AI, using multiple iteration. But if you're going to do this by human, by myself, I think the logo up to now, I think I'm still drawing.
And very expensive.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, some of my friends, when I tell them that I will sometimes ask my AI how to make $1 million in 90 days, they all will be shocked. And I was like thinking like, why aren't you using AI to give you this kind of answer, right? Yeah. So sometimes I'm actually quite surprised why people are shocked with some of the prompts that I actually put with my AI.
So I was thinking actually having the entrepreneur mindset when using AI, that makes the difference.
Yeah,
Yeah, the mindset.
that's true.
Yeah, you cannot be thinking like a normal person. You have to put on the entrepreneur mindset while talking to AI. So the question asked will be a bit different and more divergent.
Yeah. They always say garbage in, garbage out. It depends on what kind of prompt
Yes.
you are using the AI from. The AI for. Like you shouldn't be using it like, Google. Yeah, like where to eat, where to visit and
Yes,
stuff like that.
yeah.
But for content generation and stuff like that, generate ideas, yeah, I think it's a pretty good platform, giving them the correct context, giving them the correct audience, and giving them the kind of expected results that you wish to get. Yeah.
Okay, so while we wrap this off, can perhaps any of you share how do the listeners actually contact Divergent? Is there any email that we can actually email to?
Yeah, you can either reach out on our social media, or you can go to our website, divergent.training. That's where you can leave up a web form inside there and just leave up some message there.
Okay. All right. So thank you guys for listening and tuning in. I think not only that we have benefited from all the 7 guests that we have today, but I think even this small conversation that we have, even at the end about AI, I think a lot of people can actually learn from it. Yeah. So that being said, thank you guys for tuning in for the past almost 8 hours, and we will see you in the next podcast marathon. Bye bye.
Yes. Bye bye.